Hello guys, it's me Thales. You are watching my channel dedicated to English language. This is an intermediate advanced video, which means, yes, it's entirely in English. But if you prefer, there is another playlist available, which is aimed at beginners, people who are still beginning to learn English, right? So, what are we going to study today? As I mentioned in my last video, yes, we have a wide array of videos available to you. I guess we have more than 300 videos available throughout 2 different playlists, which you can access in my channel. We were talking about articles, right? Usage of articles. I explained some rules and now we will see some examples, all right? So without further ado, let's get going. And subscribe to the channel, hit notification bell, and give a thumbs up if you enjoy the content of the videos we are giving here, all right? Let's see, for example, when you say, let's suppose I buy a house and I want to know if it has it has a swimming pool, right? Has the house got a swimming pool? Here I use an indefinite article, right? Because I'm not specifying. I just want to know if the house you bought has a swimming pool, right? And we also talked about a situation in which when you start a subject and you give information about something, the first time you mention it, you use an indefinite article. But the second time, you may use a definite article instead. For example, yes, the pool is huge. Yes, the house, does it have or has it got a swimming pool? Yes, the pool is huge. And here I'm specifying that it's the pool from the house I have just bought, okay? Another example, today I bought a magazine, right? Today I bought a magazine. Bought, which is the simple past of the verb buy. Okay. The magazine is on the shelf now. Okay, so I bought a magazine, I went back home and I put the magazine on the shelf. So the first time I mentioned, I used with an article, an indefinite article. The second time, you use the definite article, all right? Other situations, let me see. I had lunch in a nice restaurant. Okay, all right. I haven't specified which restaurant is this. This is, right? It can be any restaurant. I had lunch in a restaurant. If somebody asked me about the restaurant, I could use the instead of a restaurant. But for example, when you want to give an adjective to the restaurant, to emphasize, for example, that this is the best restaurant, the best restaurant you have ever visited. So you can say, this is the best restaurant. I've ever gone to, right? The present perfect tense can be used in such situations when you say, oh, this is the best trip I've ever taken. This is the best restaurant I've ever gone to. So you use the present perfect tense, which is the verb have plus the main verb in the past participle. Okay, here I write, I have to complement with the preposition as well. It's necessary to put it in the end of the sentence, okay? Can you remember, or do you remember, the hotel you stayed? Right? I traveled last year and somebody asks me whether I can remember or if I remember the hotel I stayed in. So, do you remember the hotel? No, I don't remember the hotel. You see, I don't want to know, here I want to know the exact hotel you stayed. So I use a definite article here, okay? Can you tell me where the nearest airport is? Right? Let's suppose you travel to a big city and you bought a ticket to an airport, or no, maybe not. You haven't bought a ticket yet, right? To travel back to the country where you came from. So you want to know where is the closest airport, the nearest airport. I know the city has many airports available, but I don't want to take any airport. I want to know exactly the nearest airport. So we haven't talked about it yet, but you can use this structure. This is the superlative, right? We will study this in the comparisons, when we make comparisons. When you say something is the best, the nearest, the closest, you are using an adjective with the suffix est. And this suffix is used for small words with one or two syllables, right? But we will study it sometime in the future, but not in this video, okay? Another example. Will you work next week? Or are you going to work? I guess, are you going to work? Or will you work? If you have already planned to go to work, or if you expect this person is planning to go to work, you say, are you going to work? Right? Are you going to work next week? And then this person answered, no. The week after next. Right? Next week, no. I won't work next week because I'm still on vacations. So the week after next, I will go to work. So I'm specifying, I'm defining which week I will be working, you know? And you use here a definite article. Would you like a piece of cake? Here you have to use indefinite article. Would you like Let me see. Would you like an apple? You use an indefinite article as well, right? So is it necessary? Yes. You are offering something to someone. You are offering someone something, so you have to use an indefinite article in such examples. I go to the dentist once a year. Can you say I go to dentist? No, you have to specify here. Before professions, before jobs, you have to specify using a defining article, definite article. Other examples. I have a problem. I have problem. Or I have a problem. I have a problem. Can you help me solve this problem? So it's necessary to use this. There were no one in the room. Here I'm specifying the room. I went to this room, this specific room, and I realized that there was nobody there. Okay? There were, for example, no chairs to sit on. There were no chairs to sit on, right? So I went to an office and I had to stand because there were no chairs to sit on. You see, is it necessary or is it possible to use indefinite or indefinite articles here? No, it's not possible. Plural forms and indefinite articles are not compatible, right? So you can't use a or an before plural nouns. You can use though indefinite articles, but it's not every situation unless this situation is really defined, okay? I've finished reading the book. A specific book. So I took a book, I borrowed a book from a friend and I'm still reading it, but no, I'm not reading it. I have already finished. I have already finished reading this book. So it's not a book. All right? Last but not least, my brother got a job. Got a job in the supermarket. First, he got a job. Here, I'm not specifying which job this is. He went to interview, for example, and you say, has he got the job? Here, I use the because I want to know how well he fared during the interview process. Has he got the job? The job he was applying for. Or, my brother got a job. I don't know. It's the first time I give this information. So my brother got a job in this supermarket. I could say a supermarket. Yes, I could say. If I don't specify. So you know, using articles depend largely on the context, on the idea you want to convey, right? All right, people, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Next lesson, we will continue talking about articles, but we will focus on the definite article in our intermediate advanced video. So I'm looking forward to seeing you next video. Bye bye.